Hello Naps, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jocelyn. If you're new here, I talk about psychological, mental stuff, and also I do my makeup. So today, I think we needed a makeup motivation day. That is to say, I've been feeling a little stuck lately, and I figured it might be helpful to do some makeup, talk about ways to get out of that funk, and take you along for the journey. So, let's get started. First things first, I'm going to start out with my Wet n Wild Photo Focus Matte Face Primer. I'm going to squeeze some of that onto my finger here because we all know I like to finger paint, and just rub it into my face. Depending on where you are in your life, things can always get a little bit funky. Sometimes it's a mental game between you, yourself, and you. Me, myself, and I, you, yourself, and you. Trying to get into the right mindset in order to make stuff happen. We've talked about it before on this channel, the idea of self-fulfilling prophecy, linked up there. That makeup is pretty cool too. And while that is a great psychological take on it, now we're gonna go with more of the kicking yourself into gear and really getting yourself ready for your dreams and your vision and stuff like that. And while I talk about that, let's talk about IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better Foundation in Fair Neutral 11 for me and for you, whatever shade you use and whatever makeup you use. Wet n Beauty Blender. Also, this is my lovely face chart for the day. So yeah, I've been in a little bit of a mental funk recently, and I figured it would be good to start changing my mindset on things. And so I looked up a yoga online article. I went back to this same Psychology Today article kind of on manifestation. Both of those will be linked below, along with names of all the products that I will be using throughout this video. So go ahead and check it out if you are interested in any of that. The yoga article talks a lot about how what we think starts to become what we believe, starts to become the way we perceive ourselves, and this self-fulfilling prophecy, right? So how do we stop doing that? How do we break that negative cycle? Because oftentimes it might be like, for example, when you're doing your makeup, I'm gonna cover up this red, I'm gonna hide my imperfections, I'm gonna change myself, I'm gonna make myself look different. And all of that negative stuff can start to turn into, I don't feel good about myself. And that's not a good place to be. Nobody really wants to be there, but if we change the mental game around it, we should be able to change our perspective over time. This is not like a one-time, oh my gosh, I love myself now thing. Loving yourself takes work, time, and patience. So, where do we start? Well, while we're applying makeup, we start just changing the way we frame our mindset around what we're doing. We want to take it away from negative self-talk and bring it into positive growth. This is the LA Girl Pro Concealer, and this is in shade Porcelain because I'm light. Pro Conceal is really neat. It has this brush tip, and what you do is you squeeze the concealer into the top, and then it just blends really nice. Let's just put that on. Oh yeah. And now, even though the job of concealer is to even out the colors, hide dark circles, red spots, all of that, I am putting my concealer on to lighten and brighten the things that I want to see, as opposed to hiding away the imperfections. Am I also doing that? Yes. But again, we're focusing on the positivity of it. We're shifting our perspective. Dab that in. Already looks brighter. That's nice. And I don't see any problem with saying it about something that's temporary that we really don't want in our life, like this pimple on my nose. The foundation did a decent job of hiding it, but I am definitely going to be covering that up. That is temporarily in my life, and I don't want it there. So, for right now, I'm gonna make that disappear. But that is not an aspect of my face that is permanently there. That is just something that is temporarily there. So I know that's not what my face looks like normally. Positivity. Reminding ourselves that we grow and change, and sometimes change involves pimples. Now, let's put some powder on. I'm gonna use Laura Mercier translucent powder. So that's setting powder to help me set in place, to make a good foundation for anything that I decide to put on top afterwards. To aid in blending, I feel like setting powder kind of is easier to make it positive, because it's not really hiding, it's more of just fixing, and by fixing I mean locking in. Okay, so next things. Next, let's get some Nars Leguna bronzer, my little thing, and we're gonna just do some contouring. Now, the way I always think about contouring and highlighting is I'm not really trying to change my face shape too much. Again, I am bringing out the features that I want to bring out. I have really nice cheekbones. I like that about myself. If you're following along to this, maybe say something you like about yourself here. I know it can be hard at the beginning. I started out with I really liked my lip shape. You build on it from there, finding things that you like over time. Geez, this guy is not quitting today, huh? Mask acne. So for me, with my contour, I'm keeping it positive, right? I am showing off those cheekbones that I like. I am accentuating this in a positive way. If you're using your contour to hide things, to shrink things, to make things disappear, that's up to you. So like, I'm using it to define my jawline here. Some people use it to hide a double chin. Again, it's all the mentality around it. It's basically doing the same thing, defining your nose, right? Versus hiding away part of your nose. You use the language that you're comfortable with, but understand that if you're using more negative language to talk about your face when you're doing your makeup, you are kind of reinforcing that negative opinion that you have of yourself every time you put on makeup. And it doesn't have to be that way. You know the purpose of all the material. You can change it up how you want to. Every single time I start putting stuff on my nose and then I just like rub it off. I'm gonna break out my Aurora Lights BH Cosmetics palette. I'm gonna be doing two different eye looks. So I'm going to be dipping into shade Sparkling. I think I'll do this side. Should probably also go in with some blush, but that It Cosmetics foundation. Oh, wait, no, I don't wanna use that again. Other side, the other side I'm gonna be using shade Polar, which is that blue. We're dueling, right? And I'm just gonna keep it right up here. Hopefully I learned my lesson not to bring the blue too far down. But I might even add a little bit more 24 karat as well. Oh yeah, that's the shade I wanted this time. Yeah. And I'm gonna bring it up into my eyebrow just a little bit because I'm gonna get this nice frosty sun moon glow going. So shiny, it's so shiny. I probably did not need shade Sparkling on there as well as 24 karat, but here we are. And then also my Jouer Blush Duo. And this is where we can have fun, right? Like, I'm highlighting an element that I really enjoy, but I'm also putting a fun color on, and there is zero negativity in there because I'm like, this is gonna be really fun. This is gonna look really cool. I'm gonna get my Jouer Rose Gold Blush Duo, and I'm going to be using shade Rose Petal, the pinky one. And let's see if I can kind of blend these a little bit here. Maybe it was a good idea to put on that first. Usually I don't focus so much on the apple just because my face gets pretty red naturally, but that's what I'm doing today. Right, so let's get into some eyebrows. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eyebrow Pomade in shade Ebony to kind of fill the brows out. I keep thinking about blocking my brows for looks, and then I just really don't want to put that effort in. I need to trim these guys. Not because they're crazy, just because I'm going for a specific look there, and sometimes the longer brows are not conducive to that look. I think it helps when things that are closer to like a natural state of being for us are in style, because they feel less weird and it's just like way more convenient than trying to do crazy things to your eyebrows. I'm also going to take the NYX Control Freak eyebrow gel in clear. Oh, I have a curly eyebrow today? Hey there, bud. What's this guy doing? Oh, okay. Well, you can be in the party. I got curly hair, why not curly eyebrows, right? Oh yeah, that looks pretty nice. Another thing that you can do if you don't want to go through and try and reframe all of what you do in your makeup is you can also just say positive mantras to yourself. So while I pop on this Anastasia Beverly Hills eyeshadow primer onto my lid, I'm gonna say things like, I am kind, I am attentive, I have a positive outlook on life. And the more you say these things, even if you don't believe them at first, the more they become true. Because think about like when you're little, you don't necessarily believe all the negative stuff that you believe currently. But you don't have to. And that's a fun realization. Ooh, my fingers are chilly. But it's okay, because chilliness helps to decrease inflammation, right? Inflammation is not good for your skin or your body, I think. I'm not a professional at this, by the way, so if I say something and it's not true, feel free to correct me down in the comments, let me know, and let other people know. Yeah. Now I have 3 palettes that I'm using. 3 palettes, not 6, that I am using today. Today I will be using the Try by Juvia's, the Naked by Urban Decay Wild West palette. Yeah, I got a new one. And this is the Sugar Rush palette. Okay, so I'm gonna start with the Try by Juvia's palette. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take a little bit of rubbing alcohol. This is not going anywhere close to the inner part of my eye. This is only going on like the outer to create a nice sharp line. I am dipping like a slightly rounded flat brush, so you see how like tight it is. I will be dipping into shade San and shade Oromo. Sorry for pronunciation. Both of them are matte colors. Shade San is going to be on my moon side and hopefully will look cool. I was thinking of originally doing like a circle and then a circle for the sun. I haven't really done that shape, so I'm gonna try it. I might take it off. We'll see. Circles are hard, rectangles are hard. Any shape that doesn't really reflect in your face naturally can be difficult. And again, if you're working with alcohol to create that sharp line, just be careful. Okay, is this a circle? Oh. Yes, circle? No circle. Yes, circle? No circle? Okay, well, you know, that's a hooded eye thing. That's okay. It doesn't have to be a circle all the time. When I'm surprised, it can be a circle. Dipping a little bit into that alcohol, going for aroma on the other side. Do you guys ever use mantras? Is there any mantra that you particularly like to use that helps you change your image on stuff throughout the day? Let me know. Also, if you're new here, hi. I know we got a couple new subscribers. It makes me really happy. Thank you. You are part of the NAP family now. We are not professionals here. We try and do our due diligence and then ask professionals when we need to. Or at least that's the goal. You may or may not identify with that. It's fine. You can also, if you have an alcohol allergy or if you're really worried about using the alcohol around your eyes, there are products that you can use instead. For example, I had at one point in time a Graftobian mixing liquid. I know Ben Nye makes one, and also Mayron makes one as well, that will give you a similar paint-like texture. The only problem is my Graftobian one completely dried out, which makes sense. I've had it for a while. And you can use water as well, so that's fun. We are here. We're looking beautiful. You are looking beautiful and fantastic and stuff. We're going to be dipping into our Sugar Rush palette, and I'm going to be using this blue shade and this yellow shade. The blue shade, I believe, is Comet, and I think the yellow shade is Stargazing, which would make sense, right? Stargazing and then Comet. Let me just run my nail straight through that yellow. I'm going to be taking this and I'm going to be blending inward, softening that inner line, as one does. I've seen a lot of this kind of look where it's like slightly different than what the usual makeup shape is, and kind of leaving the lid a little bit cleaner than you would in most cases. So because that orange did an interesting thing, I'm gonna go in with a dry brush and back into that Try by Juvia's color and blend that yellow and that orange just a little bit more. Still want that sharp line, so I'm not going anywhere near that edge. It's a little bit better. Going back in with the yellow. And I think I'm gonna take the yellow under my eye just a little bit more. Yeah, and over that lid just a bit as well. There we go. We're pretty sunshine. Let's get into that blue Comet shade on the other side. I don't remember where I got this brush. Huh. So we start out with that really dark color, right? We're doing like nice contrasting shades here. Ooh, I am gonna need to do some heavy blending because that left a pretty defined line that I don't really want that defined. Well, first let's see if I can maybe work out some of that line this way. This is a dry brush, no color, and then I'm gonna go back in and try and blend in some of that sun. Come on, brow bone pigment. Go back in with that blue. I don't know what's going on with this up here. Very, very confused. Let's see. This might turn out worse if I go in with a little bit of alcohol just to like figure out what's going on. I just don't want it to be a weird lack of color there. That's a little bit better. What do you guys think? I know, it's a little wild. We'll see how it looks at the end. It's a process, right? Next, I'm gonna be dipping into our Wild West palette. This guy is brand new. Like, I just used it for the sample stuff. And we're going to be using shade Bud, which is the blue here, and also shade Hold'em, which is the gold. And you can imagine which shade we're going with for which. And I'm gonna be going inner corner with this one. So this is Bud. And then I'm gonna be going in the inner corner with Hold'em. Yeah, when I was looking up the palettes for the palette collection video that I did, linked up there, I realized that a couple of my palettes were definitely probably unhealthily old, and I retired some. And so I was like, well, this gives me an opportunity to replace the ones that I really enjoy, except for some of them did not exist anymore. Like, the manufacturer doesn't make them anymore, so I probably shouldn't be buying them. Like the original Naked palette I have, they're on like Naked 3 now. They don't even make the first Naked, which is the one that I had. Also, I feel like I'm missing some of my orange line a little farther over, so I'm gonna go in and touch that up. Now I'm going to be using the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof Eyeliner in white. This stuff is super, has the staying power of literal days. So if you're looking for something that will be on your body forever, I highly suggest it. So, and then I'm gonna add some like little stars in our galaxy. Ooh, not that big of a star in our galaxy. Oh, it's so cute. I love it. Okay. And then this side over here, it's amazing to like try out these cool shapes and colors. Oh no, you know what that is now? That's a comet. I'm gonna make it a circle up here. We're gonna Bob Ross that into a comet. Happy little accidents. It's fine. Hooded eye problems, am I right? I just keep my eyebrows raised so that I don't do that again, and I'm gonna add little rays to the edge of my sun. You can think about them as like itty bitty petals on a flower. Oh, this makes me so happy. Originally I was thinking about adding glitter, but honestly, I just really like this. I'm very much enjoying how this has turned out. You know what? No. I want to do waterline. So I'm going to be using my LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner. This is shade Screaming, and I'm going to be using it in the bottom waterline of my Sunny Eye. And I'm going to be using the LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in Fresh, which is our fun blue shade, in the waterline of our Moon Eye over here. It's hard because I knew I wanted to do a makeup motivation video, but I was also like so not motivated that it was becoming very difficult. Thank you all, you naps, for sticking around. I feel a lot better now, and it's thanks to you all. All right, I'm gonna go in and mascara up. This is the Clinique High Impact Mascara in black. And yeah, you could go for white lashes on top and like black on the bottom if you wanted. I'm just gonna do black and black. And you know, that little comet turned out pretty cute. That accidental comet. I can fix it. Can I fix it? We'll see. Gonna redo that. It's almost better. Yeah, see, I can get a little bit more of my pointy rays there. I'm pretty happy with this. Okay, I think it's kind of appropriate to use Solstice lashes. So I'm gonna use Lunar Angel lashes. I have an affiliate link with them. You can get a percentage off when you use code NAPS, that's NAPS, in the checkout. Or you can hit the link down below in the description and it'll get automatically applied to your purchase. These are the Faux Collection Solstice lashes. There we go. I'm gonna pop them on real quick and then we'll get to our lip. So you don't have to watch this. I'm gonna be using the Ben Nye prosthetic adhesive, just so you know. All right, so with my Solstice lashes on, I also decided to go and add Too Faced's Melted Matte in Child Star and e.l.f.'s lip lacquer in shade Bubbles. It's basically just a shiny lip gloss. Come on, lashes. It's always that inner corner, huh? Here's the finished look today. Thank you so much for joining me on this fun little adventure. I had a really good time, and yeah, I hope you did too. I hope to see you guys here next week, next Thursday. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it, hit the subscribe button, ding the notification bell, and leave a comment down below telling me all the ways that you try and positively influence yourself on a daily basis. All right, naps, have a lovely day. Bye.